Hey Gigguk, surely you finished Redo of a Healer. Oh god, Redo of a Healer. Oh, that's a bit of a train wreck, isn't it? That is a split train. That, like, honest answer. Is anyone here enjoying Redo of a Healer? Oh, I thought everything fucking okay. My screen just turned off. Like, I know I'm that guy who preached, like, it's the new genre, I can't believe it's hentai, but I'm a bit like, I don't think Redo of a Healer is good. Not that I think a lot of, like, hentai, not hentai anime is good, but I kind of think Redo of a Healer would be better as just a hentai, right? And I know, like, if you enjoy Redo of a Healer, I'm not saying you're a bad person or anything, or you should get better taste. I mean, I'm the guy who has the trashiest taste here. But I watch Redo of a Healer, and here's my big question, right? Because there's been plenty of hentai, not hentai anime before, right? You've got anime like interspecies reviewers, right? You got stuff like Domestic Girlfriend that basically had a hentai plot we've seen in so many other shows. My problem with Redo of a Healer is it comes down to one question. Can you watch the censored version of Redo of a Healer and still enjoy it? Right? Because when I think of like non-like hentai-esque anime like interspecies reviewers, I can still enjoy that even if it was censored, because it's just a really funny show. It's a fun show, pokes fun at the hentai tropes, but you can still watch it censored, and it's not as good. You know, cultured people, we watch the uncensored version, but you can still watch the censored version and enjoy the show. You won't enjoy it as much, but you can still enjoy it. I literally don't think you can enjoy Redo of a Healer if you watch the censored version, because if you watch the censored version, you lose 99% of the reason you're watching this show, because the writing is dog shit. the writing is it's kind of dog shit, right? It is everything. Redo of a Healer is like everything that Twitter tried to cancel like Goblin Slayer and Shield Hero for, right? Because like if it was a revenge show, there's not really any build up to the revenge. Like comparing it to Shield Hero, for example, you know, the reason I kept watching was because I wanted to see this revenge come to fruition. There was plenty of build up. You know, you had a nice little season climax when the revenge actually came to fruition. But with Redo of a Healer, they just went fucking balls deep in. Like it took one episode. It literally took one episode. And then afterwards, he just made her forget everything. It's not a good fucking revenge show because because there's no build up to the revenge. And so if you're not watching it for the revenge, what are you watching it for? You're watching it. Is it for the complex writing of the main character? No.
What
the
are
main
your
character.
thoughts on Wonder Egg priority so far?
I'll get to Wonder Egg. Actually, no, I don't have much thoughts on Wonder Egg because I haven't caught up with it so far. But I was in the middle of ranting. But are you watching it for the main character? No. He's a one-dimensional edgelord. He is a one-dimensional edgelord who just wakes up and just looks for revenge. And you know, he wants to rape people because he got raped, so everyone gets raped. But I mean, he's not a good guy, right? This guy isn't exactly a bastion for justice. He's just, by comparison, he's just a less shit guy than the other rapists. I mean, you're literally tearing the morality of rapists here, right? So what does that leave that with then? So then you basically are only watching it for the sex scenes, right? And that's why I say I think Redo of a Healer is a pretty shitty anime, but it'd be a pretty great hentai. Because I don't think the argument of, oh, Redo of a Healer isn't that bad, I've seen hentai more fucked up. Well, yeah, of course you've seen hentai more fucked up. That's why it's a hentai. Right? That's not really a valid argument, because of course there's more fucked up hentai. That's not the argument we're making. Like, the argument we're making is that
Long-time YouTube fan. Just found the first season of Uma Derby and I unironically like it. Thoughts?
Uma Derby is definitely way too good. You see some gacha game adaptations, and it does a very good job. I'm not that much into idols, but it definitely does a great job. But yeah, back to Redo of a Healer. I've never been disgusted by something that I'm keeping up with weekly. I know why people are enjoying it. I'm still keeping up with it, but I think I'm just keeping up with it just because I just want to see. I want to see how big this trash fire goes. I want to see how big the dumpster fire goes, but my thoughts about it, I do think it should be a hentai, and I would enjoy it way more if it was a hentai, because then I'd have more time with the sex scenes, and yeah, I think it should have been a hentai. But I get it. I get why people like it. My best comparison is, you know what? I thought when I first watched it, I thought Elfen Lied was like a masterpiece when I first watched it. And then, as I grew older, I realized that it was because it had titties and had violence, and I thought that was the shit. and that's how I see Redo of a Healer. It's just the same reason I watch Elfen Lied, but just even more intense.